Okay, here we go. The Smith Manoeuvre calculator. This is our input video. This is the reference video that I want you guys to use. We're going to go into some other stuff. We're going to get plain Jane. We're going to get all the accelerators. We're going to do some fancy stuff with cash damming, cash diversion, debt consolidation, all that kind of stuff. We're going to change up the variables. But how do we input those variables? That's what this video is going to be about. It's going to be relatively short, but if you have any issues on the other ones and you're wondering, what do I put into this? Where do I not put into this? How do I avoid mistakes? This is your video. So let's dive into this, okay? Let's make my face here a little bit smaller, and here we go. When you open this up, this is going to be the first one. You're going to make your new one. You can see I've named it YouTube Initial Inputs. First thing I'm going to do is household income. What I'm going to do, most of my videos are going to be this, $100,000 household income. It just makes it easy, okay? If you've got any investment income, throw that in there. Pension, rental income. This is really going to come in handy when we start to do cash damage. If you have rental properties, this is where you don't want. This is one of the inputs that you do not want to miss, okay? If you're a sole proprietor, throw that sucker in there. Next, we've got assets. Financial liquid assets. These are registered assets separate from non-registered. So I've just got some basic ones in here. Let's say I've got some RSPs, some TFSAs, 25,000 bucks in each. Investment property assets, and you remember you've got all these little question marks here. If you have, if you're curious about what actually goes in here, what to avoid, what not to put, etc., etc. This actually doesn't connect to anything, but you can put in the investment property assets here, emergency funds. If you're saved up a couple $1,000 in an emergency fund account, here's where it goes. Next, we've got liabilities. This is non-deductible, guys. This non-deductible, and it excludes your permanent residence. Again, there's a list of everything that we've got. Personal lines of credit, secured lines of credit, credit cards, and the big thing here is if you are paying it off, do not include it. You only want to include non-deductible debts that you're holding month over month. So, as an example, I've got a personal line of credit here, a balance of $10,000. I'm not paying that $10,000 off every month. I'm just making minimum payments or whatever normal payment that you're making. A car loan's another great example. In this example, let's say I've got $30,000 left on this, just for a round figure, and I'm paying $500 a month. I'm not paying that off every month. I'm holding it month over month. You've got some deductible investment loans. If you've already taken out some from a HELOC, if you've taken something out to invest, that is a deductible investment loan. Throw it in here. And then you've got your total mortgage balance on all investment properties. Lastly, we've got our marginal tax rate. The system is going to do it for you based on what you input above in your income section. However, what you can do is you can override this if you want. I'm going to put it in here 40, again, just as a super round number. Next, when you're all done, next is mortgage and line of credit. Mortgage info. For most of my videos, I like to use just easy for everyone watching, easy round figures. It makes it easier for everyone to kind of keep in touch and follow along. We're going to go market value $600,000. We're in Canada. We know what house prices are doing now. I'm in Ontario, so they're going to be a little bit higher than some people who are watching out in the prairies, but let's use 600 grand. Mortgage balance of 400, and we've got an interest rate. Here's the tip. Don't use your current mortgage rate. Use what it will be after you refinance to start the Smith Manoeuvre, so that we're actually looking at numbers that are going to be in the realm of possibility for you. So currently, a readvanceable mortgage now, spread over 30 years, is going to be in the range of 525, 575, depending on your credit rating, all kind of stuff. So let's go 5.5, make it easy. Total amortization, let's push this bad boy out to 30 just to see what happens. And if we do that, boom, there's your mortgage payment per month. You can change this obviously up if you change it to bi-weekly or weekly, but we'll stick with monthly again just to make it easy for everyone. And then last but certainly not least, we've got our readvanceable line of credit. Smith Manoeuvre uses a readvanceable mortgage that has a mortgage component and a home equity line of credit that are connected and readvancing to one another. That is a big piece of this, guys. Right now, Bank of Canada's overnight prime rate is the overnight rate is in the 5s. The bank's prime rate is 7.2, and most people that have a HELOC are going to be prime plus 0.5 to prime plus 1%. We'll use 0.5 here for this. In terms of input, that's all we got, guys. Make sure that everything is input there as best as possible, because it is going to affect things that show up here further on in the accelerators and the graphs. So if you've got a rental property, make sure you put that in there as rental income. If you don't, you're going to run into problems on not being able to use the the cash flow dam accelerator, for example. That's it for the inputs. Take a look at the other videos and see how far we dive into the accelerators.